Hello, beautiful friend. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about how to teach your kids about money. So there are 5 main pieces to teaching our kids about money. I'm going to list them here and then we're going to dive into each and how we here in our home are starting to teach Kai all about money. So the 5 main pieces are earning money, exchanging money, saving money, investing money, and contributing or donating money. And while that list is likely common knowledge to most of us, what's important is not just that our children understand each of these principles, but more importantly is how they feel about each of these principles. And that's what I want to discuss today. I also want to share a tool that we've been using to help educate Kai on utilizing money. And that tool and the sponsor of today's video is GoHenry. GoHenry is a prepaid debit card and financial learning app for kids ages 6 to 18 years old. It's a really fun and interactive way for kids to learn about money, and members of GoHenry get a debit card. They also get an app and built-in money missions. Kai is currently saving for one of his desires, which is a skateboard. So inside of the GoHenry app, we can set his goal and he can track how much money he's put towards that goal, as well as look at tasks that he can complete around the house for mom and dad to earn more money to put towards his skateboard. So for about $4 a month, members receive a debit card, the app, and built-in money missions that has a lot of great educational videos on money, including the history of money and how we utilize it day to day in the world. So if you're interested in learning more about GoHenry, you can check out the link in my description box. You can also use my promo code, and that promo code is going to get you 1 free month when you sign up. Okay, beautiful people, let's talk about the first pillar, which is earning money. Now, obviously there are so many different ways to earn money, but what is typically taught is that we earn money through some type of employment or trading time for money. That is great, that's beautiful. However, if we are to embody wealth consciousness within our families and plant these seeds within our children, then it's also important to educate our kids on ways in which they can earn money that fosters and nurtures sovereignty and creativity. So my husband and I both come from a lineage of entrepreneurs, so it's quite easy for us to not only speak about, but just model these different ways and creative ways in which we can earn money. So here's the important thing I want you to remember is what you model is ultimately what you're teaching your children. We can talk about concepts, we can educate all we want by speaking, but what our kids pick up on are the choices that we make and our relationship with money, how we're modeling our relationship with money. So something we love doing here at home is taking the time to speak to Kai about different ways he can monetize his passions. An example of this is he is quite creative with his Lego sets. He has an engineering gene from his father. So he likes to make these complex little Lego structures. And Mike and I will take a moment and say like, hey, have you ever thought about maybe teaching other kids how to create these really cool Lego sets? And that's something you could do to earn money. You could start your own little business where you can charge a certain amount and people get to learn from you. So it's planting these seeds really early on to expand our children's mind and have them get creative in how they want to earn money, to not feel like they have to follow any one specific path, but that they are able to do the things that they love and earn money while doing it. We believe that these are the seeds that are planted in our kids to create a lush garden of creativity, opportunities, abundance, and passionate endeavors. All right, now let's talk about the second pillar, which is exchanging money. Now notice I was quite intentional on the word exchange instead of spend. I chose this word specifically because I believe collectively we have a lot of subconscious programming around the word spend or spending. And in my opinion, it's really coded with a lot of lack. And really, when we look at the word spending, what we're actually doing is exchanging. It is an exchange of resources. So when we're paying our bills, we're exchanging our money to have access to the internet, to stay in touch with family, to run our online business and bring in more money. It is absolutely an exchange. So much of what society has created the narrative around when it comes to spending money or exchanging money is that it is a one-way transaction, that it is us giving money away or losing some of what we had, as opposed to seeing it as we exchange this money to live the lifestyle that we have, to have some of the privileges that we have, or the opportunities to do things that make us feel good in our life. You know, it feels good to take a hot shower. It feels good to be able to cook a hot meal for our family or our friends, but we lose the energy and the gratitude in that exchange. And that's why it's really important for us to do this work. And I do this work daily because it's easy to forget. Trust me, like I know this because I bump up against my own programming that is set from generations. This isn't like new to us. This is generational patterns around our relationship with money. And again, if our goal is to breed wealth consciousness, if our goal is to move the ball forward with our children, it's gonna start with us. We've really got to look at how we feel about exchanging money. How do we feel about earning money, and clean it up so that way when we're teaching our children, not just by our words and using apps like GoHenry, but when they're watching us, when they're watching our relationship with money, how we talk about money, what emotions become clear when we are exchanging, saving, whatever it is, we're doing it from a really, really clean place. And our children are getting an upgraded blueprint around what it means to be in relationship with money. All right, next up is saving. And I think this specific pillar is such a great life skill to teach early on. And ultimately what it comes down to, in my opinion, is delayed gratification, right? Like we're saving money so that we can X later. It's having a bigger desire that might be further down the road and teaching kids to move with that, and that not everything needs to happen in this moment. And it's really cool because kids can actually learn this concept quite early on. Like you think about the marshmallow experiment. If you're not familiar, they put kids in a room with a marshmallow, something they really desire, as young as 3 or so. And we actually replicated this experiment with Kai using a cookie. I'll put a little clip here, and I'll also link the video in the description box if you're curious about what this looks like. He actually did fairly well. But they put the kid in a room with like 0 distractions with something they desire. And they say, if you wait 5 minutes, you can have 2 instead of 1. And the things these kids do to distract themselves, to focus on the bigger goal of having more later, is so stinking cute. And so this is what it is. We get to enforce this and from a very early age. And it actually has quite positive ramifications. The earlier we teach kids delayed gratification, typically the better they do on SAT, which SAT test, big exams later on in life, right? So this is a really big piece and something that we are clearly moving through with Kai as he desires the skateboard, right? He has money now. It's really easy for him to see something in the store that he wants, but we're reinforcing like you can spend that now or you can put that towards the skateboard, which is something bigger and it's something you desire, right? So he's learning discipline. He's learning like I'm focusing on this bigger thing. I may not get something now, but I'm going to get more of what I want later. All right, let's talk about the 4th pillar, which is investing. Now, I think it's a beautiful opportunity to teach our kids about investing from the standpoint of when we are investing, what we're really doing is putting our money and our dollars behind something that we really believe in or that we're passionate about. And that in and of itself is already its own type of win. And sometimes those investments also become beautiful income streams, which is wonderful. And when it comes to investments, the most important thing we want Kai to know is that he will always be his greatest investment. The money he puts towards himself to learn a new skill, to start a business, to go to college, whatever it is his heart desires, because that investment will pay dividends beyond what he could possibly imagine when he makes the investment. All right, last but not least, we have contributions or donations. For us, generosity is really important. Much like investing, when we are donating or contributing to a cause that we believe in, we think this is what makes the world go round, right? Or putting money back into your community to see it expand or grow. All really important principles. So we love that we get to play such a big hand in contributing to Kai's wealth consciousness and real time setting up these virtual money jars where he gets to experience each of these pillars and grow his money and also make a really meaningful and positive impact in his community and the world at large. And I hope that this video, this content serves you in teaching your kids about money. I'd love to hear any tips or ideas that you guys have around teaching kids about money, things that you've moved through, just to hold one another in this journey, because again, we are always learning, we are always growing. None of us have all the answers, but we're here to walk one another home. So again, hope you found this helpful. If you did, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.